My school uses a lot of John Hattie's work and research. Hattie's visible learning influence chart shows that homework has a 2.9 year of growth. This meaning that the use of homework would help most students grow 2.9 years in 1 year's time. The goal is to grow at least 1 year in 1 year's time. Because the number is relatively low, Jefferson Elementary has deemed homework as a non-essential part of our teaching. Furthermore, the majority of our staff have agreed that the low socioeconomic population that we serve would not benefit from the distribution of homework. However, I was struck by Shimmer's take on homework. It opened my eyes to the positive aspects of homework used at the correct age and with the proper purpose. I chose to create a Jefferson Elementary School homework policy for my Inspired by artifact. I am hoping it might give teachers and parents a look into why homework, if used correctly, can have a positive impact on students' education. I can remind them about Shimmer's true north of accuracy and confidence, and how that true north can help students become optimistic about their learning through homework. I see it being helpful for grade level teams in my future school to collaborate and decide if they should give homework and what it should look like if they choose to do so. Shimmer mentions in Chapter 6 that homework is a delicate and complicated topic that results in a need for balance. I agree that there should be a balance instead of having no homework or mandatory homework policies in a school. Therefore, I have created a policy for Jefferson Elementary in which there is a balance, a focus on age groups, and a mindfulness of the purpose of homework. Research supports the introduction of moderate, age-appropriate homework routines as students get older, says Shimmer in his book. As can be seen, the homework policy takes into account the gradual increase of purposeful evidence of learning as students move from third grade through fifth grade. I believe the new system will allow the 2.9 year of growth that Hattie presents in his research to add to the other policies teachers will be implementing to increase student achievement. While creating my artifact, I was trying to think ahead to when I am a principal. I want to be encouraging but also enlightening to both teachers and parents. The document that I created has a target audience of potential teacher hires and current teachers. It also is a useful document for parents to understand how a grade level might use homework in their child's education experience. The main point that I focused on in my artifact were the purpose of giving homework, the collaboration for teachers, and the feedback. First, the purpose of giving homework is not to put it in more grades, but to use the information from the work to better understand where the student is at in their learning. In other words, if the purpose of homework is to further students' learning, then grading that work is counterproductive. Shimmer emphasizes that grading is not about completing assignments and getting good scores, but using all our resources to observe the proficiency of learning the standards. Second, I want to make sure the students in particular grade levels are getting close to the same education across the board. The only way to do that is for the teachers to collaborate, agree, and work together to teach the same standard with common assessment in the classroom and with common activities with homework. I remember Mike Mateo saying that teachers need to agree on what is most important to teach because they are the ones that know the needs of their kids. I believe the collaboration on what is most important to give as homework is equally as important. I mentioned that the upper elementary grades have the choice to assign homework, but they must make that choice as a collective team. Last, teachers have to give explicit and direct feedback to their students about what they did on their homework. If an assignment goes home, comes back, and gets set in the to grade bin, then the teacher has diminished that learning opportunity into a completion grade that goes against standard-based grading. Feedback is so valuable to extend learning. When I asked my principal if I could give homework, he said I could as long as I gave feedback on what was done. I thought that response was great, but I want to take it a couple steps further. Schimmer put it in this way: repurposing homework essentially means solidifying it as a formative experience that focuses more on the process than the final result, and on feedback and improvement rather than accumulation of points and percentages. I want to make sure teachers are using homework as formative feedback opportunities. The alternative is homework just being busy work that either gets tossed into recycling or gets put in as a score. Altogether, I found my school to have no policy on homework because some research finds homework to have very little to no positive impact on student growth. If used correctly, I feel like homework has value that could help my community. I created a policy that encourages grade level teams to work together to look into the positive impact that homework could have if it were the right amount and difficulty of work for the age group and if feedback was given to make it a learning experience. Homework should be practice. Just as coaches don't keep score in practice, teachers who refocus their collective attention squarely on learning don't either.